Hi, this is Gary with Successful Gardens, and today I'm going to show you how to take a simple milk crate like this and turn it into a beautiful hanging basket like this. All right, with it raining so much outside, we had to move the project inside, and I'm still going to show you step by step the way to create a beautiful basket, whether it's a hanging basket or a planter that you just leave on the deck or on a pedestal that you have, but it is full of color. All right, when you start any type of planter, whether it be a hanging basket, a planter, even in a flower bed, you want to always make sure that you have some of the best potting soils that are available. There are a lot of varying types of potting soils out there, and so you want to make sure that you're choosing one of the best. One of my favorite ones is especially for planters or hanging baskets, is this Fertilome high performance container mix. You always want to start with a reliable container potting soil mix. Now, the hanging baskets that you have out there, there's lots of pots that just have hooks and hangers that you can hang from a hook. This one, I'm going to show you how that you can take a simple milk crate and turn it into a beautiful, dazzling basket, whether you connect chains to it to hang it or just to leave it on your patio deck or on a pedestal. It's going to be impressive. And then of course, it's also important to start off with good flowers, you know, to what type of flowers that you want, whether it's a color combination. This particular basket, I'm using straight petunias, specifically Wave Petunias, but I also have some other type of petunias that I'll be mixing in there. With that, we've got the three important components that is going to make up this basket for me. All right, with this milk crate, all I'm going to do is, it's a simple, this probably isn't really a milk crate, but it's a hard plastic, it's a storage crate that I got from the local store. The nice thing about this is it has the holes, and I'm going to show you why that is important, but you notice that there's holes on the bottom, and you're going to ask, what prevents the potting soil from falling through? Now, you can go to the extreme measure of putting a hard surface on this covering, like a weed fabric, a weed mat, but simply a simple newspaper is going to do the job just nicely, because what is going to happen is I'm covering up those holes, and then as I place the potting soil inside of it, as the roots develop and everything else, the newspaper won't disintegrate fast enough before the potting soil actually conforms to this pot and holds itself together. All right, so with this, yes, I'll be making a mess. Normally I would have done this outside, but with it raining, I've got to improvise and put it on the inside. I do have a tray that I will place under here. That way it will catch all the excess soil. All right, so with that, we've added the first layer of potting soil. I want to tamp that down to where it's, so when I add water, it's not going to settle anymore. With all of these holes, if I counted up the holes, each layer would have 30 holes in it. I don't need to have 30 plants times 3, so 100 flowers, plants in this particular container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the two ends, I'm going to put 2 on each layer on each end, and on the long side where there's 6 holes, I'm actually going to go every other hole. And the color scheme that I'm going on is I'm going to have, you can see I have a solid purple, I have a purple vein petunia, and then I have yellow petunias. And so that color combination is what I'm going for. I actually got the inspiration from this basket, and so I wanted to see if I could replicate it for my own home. So I will start. Now I'm using, like I said earlier, I'm using Wave Petunias in the making of these. I have the solid purple, a purple vein, and then yellow petunias. And so this yellow petunia actually isn't a wave. The greenhouse was out of the yellow wave petunias, but this one is called Prism Sunshine. It is still a spreading type of petunia, so it's going to expand. As you can see on this one, it's already just starting to get some of its long growth. So it's going to be a great addition to this and have the instant color. So going on the first layer, we are going to start with the purple waves. And I'm going to separate them so I'm going to put all my purples on this side, just so I can keep these straight. I'm going to have the purple veins on this side of the pot. I'm going to keep the yellow petunias in the cardboard box. And that way I won't get them mixed up as I go, as I alternate the coloring. All right, and then setting these plants aside. These plants are actually going to go on top, so I have a cap on top of the planter. Now, when building with a planter that has holes like this, I know a lot of people will fill the planter full of potting soil and then push them in from the outside in. Depending on the size of the plants that you're going to be working with, I'm going to show the method that I prefer in planting up a planter like this by placing a layer of soil and building up from the inside. And I'm going to then place the petunias or the plants from the inside out. Now you can push these through the outside holes, but as you can see on some of these, you'd have to really just configure the root ball of the plant, and I don't want to damage it, or I want to limit the damage that might occur. And so I'm actually going to, where these plants are so small, on these particular sets, I'm going to work from the inside out by just placing them through the hole, gently working that plant to that bottom right there. So we have a purple, and then I'm going to go to the purple vein, and then I'm going to go yellow, and I'm just going to rotate it on an even spacing all the way around, 3 layers up. So here we go. Right, now as we approach the end, you always have this problem with the slip. And if by chance you let a pot or a planter dry out, what will happen is the potting soil will shrink. And so it will actually start pulling away from the sides. So then when you go to water it again, you have this gap. And what will happen is water will then just rush out the nearest hole because that potting soil has shrunk back from the edges. One way to help prevent that is you want to make sure that it is tightly compacted around the edges, kind of like creating a seal or a lip here before you plant anything more on the top. Now, by doing that, you are kind of sealing in that top layer, especially so that water won't escape. Now, I have the remaining pots. It looks like I'm going to have a few extra stronger ones that I miscalculated or misgrabbed, so that will be fine. But we'll have these to work with in the top. And so then with that, I'll just go ahead and plant those in. Those petunias, as they grow and spread, they're going to be cascading all over. Now, I'm not going to water this inside, but my next step would be to add water to thoroughly drench this and get soil water all the way down through the pot. Now, this potting soil, being a container mix, has a fertilizer mixed into it. It has a granulated fertilizer. It's a slow release. This package actually said that it was going to be 8 months, and so I kind of have to trust that. However, I'm not going to trust it 100%. What I'm going to use then, after I've watered this in one time, I'm going to use this all-purpose water-soluble plant food from Fertilome. It's a triple 20 type fertilizer, and I'm going to use this on a weekly basis. It's a water-soluble. It's similar to other water-soluble type brands out there. It's a powder that you take the scoop, add a scoop of the blue fertilizer to a gallon of water, pour it in and drench it. And so now fertilizing is very important. Don't always rely on the fertilizer that has been in the planter mix. Petunias especially, in their plant growth, they are heavy feeders, which means they want food. And so a lot of people get disappointed in how their planters end up, especially through the hot months of the year. And what it is they haven't given the plants enough food to just continue on in their glory and their splendor. So it is important to follow up with a regular fertilizing schedule. Now, this triple 20 is a perfect balanced fertilizer. It has the same amount of nitrogen as it does phosphorus, as it does potassium. So the plants are going to get that balanced food. Now, what I will do also is I'm going to rotate the types of fertilizers I use. I have another fertilizer. I don't have it handy. I'm going to have to replenish my supply, it looks like. But I have another product called Blooming and Rooting, also by Fertilome. This is a picture of it. But as you can see, its ratio or its analysis of fertilizer is a lot different. It has a middle number of 59. Now, the middle number of fertilizers is phosphorus, and phosphorus is what promotes blooms. And so on petunias, On every other week, we're going to give it a dose of solid nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But on every other week, we're going to give these plants a shot, an extra strong dose of phosphorus. And that's going to help maintain and promote a stronger bloom cycle with these plants. And so that's where a lot of planters follow down. Now, why am I doing a fertilizer so often? In baskets, whether they're hanging baskets or containers on the patio deck, as often as you're watering them, and especially during the heat of the summer, I would suspect that you need to be watering this planter on a daily basis, especially when you have summer temperatures that are exceeding 85 degrees or higher. Sometimes you might need to be watering this planter twice a day. And so, but by doing so, you have a tendency to flush out all the fertilizers, so that as the name says, it's water soluble. So every time you water it, you can leach out those nutrients. It will just drain through the bottom. And so by fertilizing on a regular basis, once a week, you're going to make sure that the plants have enough food to grow and to thrive and to perform to the best of their abilities. Hopefully you have found this video helpful in showing you the step-by-step ways of creating a gorgeous planter, whether it's a hanging basket or whether it's a planter for your deck. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to this channel. Give me the thumbs up. Tell me if you liked this video, if it was helpful. Leave a comment about what plants that you like to put into your hanging baskets. Until next time, thanks for watching this video. I'm Gary with Successful Gardens, and remember, let's get growing.